All right, guys, with injuries, Selleck had a concussion. He was out in the second quarter, I think. Pettis, knee out. Brito, the ankle went out, didn't return. K1, knee, didn't return. And Goodwin had I believe it was a little Achilles there at the end.
Is there any indication with Dante how serious that knee injury is?
Yeah, I was told they believed MCL, which, yeah, they didn't say ACL, so that was good news so far.
Kyle, looking at that last play, what do you make of it? Did you want Nick to tuck it there and run, or what do you
Yeah,
make
I
of
mean,
it?
from where I was, it looked like he could get it. I know Nick just told me at the end that he probably thought he could have. You guys will get him in a second, but he played a hell of a game. So, yeah, it's unfortunate it came down to that fourth down, but wish he would have stayed on the field.
Do you chalk that up to inexperience or?
No, I mean, because guys are aggressive, and you make a lot of plays being aggressive. So sometimes that doesn't always work. It looked like he took an aggressive play. I don't know what he saw on it. I know it went out of bounds and sailed, so you obviously would say definitely run it. But he made a number of aggressive plays in that game, and some worked out and some didn't.
Like now you said an Achilles.
Yes. Yep.
Be serious?
I don't believe so. Yeah. I don't believe so.
On the previous drive, on the interception, looks like the pass was a little out in front. Looks like Marquise was anticipating a hit. What did you see?
Pretty much like that. You're looking at Kittle. The backer was on him. Then you go right next to Keese's number 2, and he got rerouted off the line, which slowed him down a hair. Had him a little bit behind the play, but he definitely went by the Mike linebacker, and the ball was just a hair in front of him. Could definitely make it an easier catch, and Keese could make a tough catch there too. But it was an unfortunate turnover.
How do you look at this overall, Kyle? You look at it as you went toe-to-toe with a playoff team, or do you look at it, can you not think that way in the loss?
I mean, that's a real good team, and I was happy and proud with how hard our guys fought in all 3 phases. It doesn't. They are a playoff team, definitely, but every week in the NFL, teams are hard to beat. So I don't really look at it that way. I was really hoping we could finish this year with a winning record at home. I think that would have been really good for the fans and just for everyone out here. And we ended up finishing 4-4 at home. So that was a real disappointing thing for us today.
We were able to get some takeaways, Kyle, for once. And oftentimes they were going after the ball after plays get stripped. Is that finally coming through?
It was huge. It looked like it today. I feel like we've been going for the ball all year, and it looked like we're getting better at it today because I know we got our hands on 2. The ball was bounced around a lot. The number of ones came out, but they were down on. I think that gave us a chance to win this game. I think we were close to winning the turnover battle, and I think if we would have, we would have even had a much better chance to win because our last turnover there in the red zone was tough to recover from.
Batted and tip balls were mostly a result of because the throws were so quick?
No, not a couple of them were, but it's because they have a very good front. They have very good edge rushers, probably the best in the league, and probably the best inside rushers too in the league. So there's a lot of push regardless. You can see that on film every week. You could see it today, and I think they got us on our first 2 third downs, and it's just tough.
What was your view of the late hit on Trubisky and then the fallout from that?
I saw the holding when they left. Didn't see the late hit, so I saw it on the screen. Definitely looked like a good call, but then I didn't see any of the melee after it.
Did they give you an explanation on what triggered Sherman getting thrown?
No, they just told me the players that were ejected, and then the one player they told us was Sherm. I go, so did he throw a punch? And the ref who told me wasn't on that side. He said he wasn't sure, but if you get ejected, it's probably because he threw a punch, so I assume so.
Like you shared a handshake with Sherman as he was coming off the field. Can you just say what that conversation was like?
Oh, they told me first, so I just told him the news before. I just told him I appreciate how he battled today, and he's going to have to go watch this 4th quarter in the locker room, so hopefully we can finish the right way for him.
What's it do for a young secondary to have Sherm out there, not just playing as well as he has, but being in kind of the middle of a melee and leading by example in a bunch of different ways, I guess?
Well, yeah, I think I don't know what happened over there, and Sherm was very clear to me. He was trying to get his brothers back, and I love for guys to do that as much as they can. It's definitely better when they do as much as they can and they don't get ejected. But they had 2 get ejected. We had 1, so was better. But no, I respect the heck out of Sherm, and I didn't really see what happened.
Your best chance at a touchdown was probably the incompletion to Kittle in the end zone, and I'm wondering if you saw it well enough to have.
Yes, I did. They were early.
Yeah.
And I thought they were too on the one to Bourne down the sideline about 4 plays before that.
Kyle,
Yep.
last couple?
We converted that third down to the next play, so it got over it
Second
faster.
quarter, they just took the ball and held it, 7.5 minutes or whatever, and drove right down the field, 10-9 passes for Trubisky. Just couldn't stop them.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, I'd have to see more, but, their completion percentage was high. They don't throw many risky passes. It's a lot of bubbles and just quick checkdowns underneath, and when people aren't there, they're usually scrambling or getting sacked, so that happens a lot. I was very happy with their defense today. They did a good job keeping those guys out of the end zone. The one big drive that they had the touchdown on, there was a couple of penalties that we need to get better at, which I think gave them some big plays. But no, I was happy with their defense today.
I know you're not concerned necessarily with the run-pass distribution, but passing the ball 38 times, you're never down by more than one score. Was that just a function of Breida's injury and the fact that the running game wasn't as
Yeah,
effective
it's
as you would
more a function of what we're going against, and you got to make it. You would love to just run it every play, especially versus that pass rush and everything. But the only thing that they do better than stopping the pass is stopping the run. So it's tough. You try to balance it out. Eventually, you get a gut, and what they're doing schematically, some of the fronts they're doing that. Definitely thought throwing the ball there when we decided. I'm sure you guys could see, gave us the best chance to win the game.
How do you think the defense has been playing so much better in recent weeks?
I think we've had a lot more continuity the last month, and guys have stayed healthier. They've been a little bit more consistent with the guys that have been out there. We've been playing with the same 2 inside linebackers, the same safeties. For the most part, the corners. I know we had some change here with the Kello going out. Timor got some good opportunities, and they played well. They've gotten better as it's gone, and it's been nice to get some turnovers today.
I know you-
guys, it seemed like the way Nick had played, what specifically impressed you?
Going against that defense is a very big challenge, and it's as good of a pass rush as I've seen, and that tied with the sound of coverages and scheme, that's a challenge, and he did a good job today, especially throwing it 38 times, protecting the ball fairly well. I know we'd like to have that one back, but definitely wasn't a bad decision, just a hair off Keith's hands, and he hung in there. Everyone misses a couple, but he also made a couple that weren't there, a couple off-schedule plays that were very impressive, and I thought Nick played under the circumstances, played very well.
How do you think McGlinchey did?
Did a good job, man. Challenge, but did a good job.